That was a great question from Ed. Ed, thanks for the question. What to do if your clients want to remain anonymous or need to remain anonymous for a case story. One of the things that, you know, that's why I say you should have a system for asking and ask often, because you never know. Sometimes people will do it. They can remain anonymous, so you can remain anonymous, or they don't want to be talked about, so you can take out all their details. That way, you still have a record of it, and you can say actual client voice. TV does this all the time. And the other option is second person provider case story that you can do yourself. And, that's another thing that is an option. You could tell the story of what happened, how this worked. One thing to remember though is you still want to make sure it's not too technical. Still talks about their wants and needs at the beginning. Still edit it like a great story, capturing their attention of the problems and solutions. But finally, one of the things that I really want to think about, because this is an example of one that we did that was anonymous, and it was a white collar crime defense attorney, Horowitz Citro, and we just used the voice and B-roll, and it looks beautiful. It's a beautiful video, and you can hear her voice and hear how it was affected and hear how scared she was, which I love. Because audio I think is almost as important, if not more important. You still want to have the visuals than seeing the face. So hearing that fear. But one thing to remember is by asking often, when you ask often for the video case stories, and this is where you need to have a system in place to do it, you'll be surprised people want to do it. There's some people that will be willing and want to tell their story. Another example of this would be like, here is another one of their videos. This is a 30-minute story of a guy who was dragged out by, dragged out by the feds in front of his house and accused of white collar crime as well. And, handcuffed and shackled in front of his neighbors. Some of those people, you'd think they never want to talk about that, but they do. They want to tell their part of the story. So don't be afraid to ask often, ask how. And, this is where really installing the systems into your business is crucial, and having someone who's responsible to be that chief story collector. All right. I hope that answers the question really well. If you have any other questions, just comment below, and I'll answer them as well.